everybody, my name is Chloe. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, comment, like, share, all that fun stuff. Today I've got a special guest with me. I have Silver Mist.
Hello.
Also known as Star Shadow.
Yes.
In the comment section. So for those of you that don't know, she's my daughter, one of them. So
my sister's almost never over here, so.
Yeah. So we're just going to start on this video, a new presidential highlights video in a brand new notebook. So we're starting with number 29 today. Our 29th president was Warren Harding. He served from 1921 to 1923, and his vice president was Coolidge. So March 4th, 1921, Warren G. Harding was inaugurated, as per usual. One contemporary calls him a good-looking president, but he lacks the experience in international affairs. April 20th, Thompson-Urrutia Treaty, I don't know, I might be pronouncing that wrong, it grants Colombia a $25 million as grants Colombia $25 million as compensation over the Panama Canal. May 19th, Emergency Quota Act limits the number of immigrants from any country to 3% of that nationality already in the States by 1910. It only lasts for 3 years, and then it has a more harsh and permanent act in 1924. So I'll be watching for that in the next video, I'm sure. May 27th, Emergency Tariff Act. It raises tariffs, especially on farm products. The Fordney-McCumber tariff is more strict and takes effect 1 year later. May 31st, the Denby transfers oil control. The Secretary of the Navy, Edwin Denby, transfers control in California and New York to the Department of the Interior for the Naval oil reserves, which is headed by Albert B. Fall. So remember his name, because his name comes up later too. The reserves are in Teapot Dome, Wyoming, and remember that as well, because that comes up a little later too. June 10th, the Budget and Accounting Act. It better organizes the federal government accounts and establishes the Bureau of the Budget and General Accounting Office under the Treasury Department. June 20th, Alice Robertson presides over the House from Oklahoma, she's from Oklahoma, and she becomes the first woman to preside over the House of Representatives. The session lasts only 30 minutes, so she only presides over the House for 30 minutes. Very short term. June 30th, Harding appoints Taft as Chief Justice. And if you remember, he was the former president, which was William Howard Taft. July 2nd, you better hope Sea Dog doesn't get mad at you for eating his yogurt.
He told me I could have it this morning.
Oh, okay. Okay, where am I at? July 2nd was the official end of the war with Germany. September 26th, Hoover presides over an employment conference. He was the Secretary of Commerce, Herbert Hoover, and it happened in Washington, D.C. The unemployment reaches a post-war high of 5.7 million people, and there was a new wave of violence by the KKK. I thought we were done with them, but apparently not. I mean, I know they still exist today, but you don't really hear much about them. November 12th, Washington Naval Amendment Conference. The U.S. signs a treaty with the naval powers, Britain, France, Italy, and Japan. And there was a larger agreement which includes China, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Portugal. November 23rd, Shepard-Towner Maternity and Infancy Act. It contributes matching federal funds to the states to establish and run prenatal and child health care centers, which was a good thing. December 23rd, Harding pardons Eugene Debs. So if you remember, Debs was part of that Espionage Act from a couple of presidents ago, or maybe one president ago, I didn't look. So Debs and 23 others were found guilty under the Espionage Act, and all of them were pardoned. I mean, I'm sure there were more, but Debs and 23 others were pardoned, is what I meant. February 18th, 1922, the Capper Volstead Act. Under the Harding administration, 300,000 farms were foreclosed. So that was not this guy, but the previous guy, I guess. This bill allows farmers to buy and sell under co-ops without violating the antitrust laws. February 27th, the 19th Amendment was deemed constitutional. Now, if you remember, that was women's suffrage. Suffrage, yes, thank you. See, I knew there was a reason I wanted her here.
She's having trouble pronouncing words today.
Yes, and I can't read my own writing because I didn't write it right either. And that was the women's right to vote. April 7th, the Teapot Dome scandal. Remember, I told you to remember that. Albert B. Fall leases the Teapot Dome oil to Henry Sinclair. It's known as the Teapot Dome scandal over the next 2 years. Now, I don't know if any of you remember this, and I don't even know if the company is still in business, but there used to be a gas station by the name of Sinclair, which I think might be related to this Henry Sinclair. I didn't do a lot of research on that, but
there's only like 8 of them left.
It would make sense because it was oil and whatever. So anyway, May 26th, Federal Narcotics Control Board, Harding signs that into law. And that's all it said about it. So, again, if you want to do more research, you're more than welcome to. June 5th, United Mine Workers versus Coronado Coal Company. The Supreme Court rules under the Sherman Act, striking miners were liable for property damage. Another post-war strike after the Railroad Labor Board reduces wages 1 month later. September 19th, Harding vetoes the soldiers' bonus bill. He argues that balancing the budget trumps the nation's debt to vets of World War I. What a horrible thing for the vets. The bill was later passes under President Coolidge, so remember that for when I do his video. September 22nd, the Cable Act. It allows an American woman to maintain citizenship after marriage, being married, or married, oh, I can't talk right, after marriage to an alien. Not like UFO alien, but like somebody from another country. October 3rd, Rebecca L. Felton's symbolic appointment. She becomes the first female senator by the governor of Georgia after the death of her predecessor, but the term ends the next day. So I hope she enjoyed that 24 hours as being a senator. January 2nd, 1923, right? January 2nd, 1923, the Secretary of the Interior resigns. Albert Fall, who was the Secretary of the Interior, resigns as the Teapot Dome scandal starts, because he didn't want to be associated with that and be forced out, so he decided to bow out gracefully, I guess. January 10th, the final troops leave Germany. Harding issues an executive order halting U.S. occupation of the Rhine River. January 29th, head of Veterans Bureau resigns. That would be Charles Forbes. He anticipates the investigation by the Senate of his department. He later was indicted and convicted of fraud, conspiracy, and bribery. It was known as a corrupt presidency. 2 officials commit suicide. So that also happened on January 29th. I think that was a second thing. I don't know. I wrote this out a few days ago, so I don't remember. April 9th, Adkins versus the Children's Hospital. The Supreme Court finds minimum wage law for women and children unconstitutional. Glad that's changed. May 4th, New York repeals the prohibition enforcement, so it was the beginning of the end of prohibition. June 20th, Harding leaves for transcontinental speaking tour. It was called the Voyage of Understanding, and he was joined by his wife across Alaska and the West. He bolsters the faith of the administration despite all the scandals that were going on. August 2nd, Harding suffers a ptomaine poisoning and dies. In late July, while traveling from Alaska to San Francisco, he gets an attack of poisoning and contracts pneumonia. I was going to do some research on ptomaine poisoning, but I didn't. I apologize. He appears to recover, but after 6 months of health decline, he dies with his wife by his side in his San Francisco hotel room. August 3rd, Calvin Coolidge is sworn in at 2:30 in the morning with his father presiding at his home in Plymouth, Vermont. So the next video will be our 30th president, which we're getting close to the end now. There still is nothing on this website about Trump. Hopefully they'll have that up by the time I get to his name, because we all know a lot of stuff happened during his time.
Well, I have something about ptomaine poisoning right here.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
food poisoning.
Ah.
Google is a wonderful tool.
Yes. So Calvin Coolidge will be our next president that I talk about. Now, I did want to mention that I've been forgetting to mention on my videos, whether it be these presidential ones or other ones. Can you check and see how much time I have left to make sure that the
Yes.
camera hasn't shut off? I mean, I know the camera's still on, but is it still recorded?
11 and a half minutes.
Oh, you're at, oh, cool.
That's what you're at, so
plenty of time. Okay, so to kind of make this a little bit of a vlog at the end here, again, I hope you're enjoying learning about all of our past presidents, and maybe some of these names ring a bell with you, even though you probably didn't hear about them. If you're about my age, maybe you didn't hear about them in school, or you don't remember hearing about them. That's why I'm doing this. That, and thanks to Lin-Manuel, who I must admit, I did something really crazy. What I did is, because I'm on Twitter, I sent him, through Twitter, my first presidential highlights video, which was George Washington, in hopes that he'll see it. I've been on my phone more often than I've been on my computer, and I don't have access to Twitter on my phone. I know I could do that, but I don't. So I haven't been on my Twitter for a few days. So I don't know if he's seen it or not. I know he's been busy. Unfortunately, he didn't win a Golden Globe. But in any case, I sent him my first video for the presidential highlights. So it'd be cool if you watched it, because I know I mentioned a lot about Hamilton in that video.
Oh, yeah. You even sang a couple of the songs, I think.
Well, I don't think I sang them, but whatever. So I sent it to him on Twitter. So if I hear back from him, I will definitely let you guys know.
She's going to faint first.
That'd be freaking awesome. But in any case, he may not. I know he's really addicted to Twitter, but he vowed not to spend as much time on Twitter so that he could spend more time with his family this year. So whether or not he sees it, I don't know. Haven't been to Twitter for a while. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, I have been thinking about possibly doing some merch for my channel now that I've got almost 50 subscribers. So thank you to all of you that have subscribed to me. Thank you to all of you who watch me. I'd probably start out with t-shirts with the saying, "Have a sunny day," with maybe like a little cartoon of a sun or something on it. Let me know.
For like the cartoon of a sun thing, have like sunglasses on.
Oh, that'd be cute. Yeah. But I have to have money in order to do that, and I'd have to know how much I would charge you guys to buy the merch, and
actually, I think
I'd have to dig into that a little bit more. So please comment below and let me know what you think about that. If you let me know if you would actually buy it, so that it would make it worth my time and money to actually put those out. I might just do I don't know if I can actually do just one through our old business that we used to work for. Don't mention it. But
maybe.
Yeah, they might do one. I don't know. I might have to have a lot of them.
I still have.
We used to work for a
over
company
there.
that would make shirts for people.
I still have contacts over there. I can ask them about it.
I might check into that and see how much it would cost. Right now, my bank account is almost at zero, unfortunately. But I did find out that I'm going to get a very sizable tax refund this year, which will be good. And then hopefully if they can pass a stimulus bill, that'll be extra money in my pocket. So then I'll be back up to about where I was last July, so that I can move to California. Still not going to give you the exact location, but because you know I'm very private, but I will let you know if and when I get out there. My goal is to be out there by the end of this year. So as I'm sure I'm reaching the end of my time, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Join me again for my next video, whether it be presidential or vlog. Follow her on YouTube under Star Shadow Silent Paw. I know you know her as Silver Mist on my channel, but she also goes by Star Shadow Silent Paw. It's a furry thing. Don't get me started.
I'm also on Twitter if you want to follow me there. I put myself as Aria Lightbearer. Don't ask.
And you can follow me on Twitter at ChloeGodLB40, although I'm thinking of maybe changing that. So anyway, hope you guys are staying safe and vigilant and healthy and all that fun stuff. So you guys have a sunny day. Class is dismissed. See you guys on the next one.